Facebook, YouTube. Wow. Okay, topic of the message is talking about getting the reality of getting out of the familiar and getting and headed to parts unknown. Getting out of the familiar and headed to parts unknown. How, as people, or majority of people, love these days of being among people. Being among people that you are familiar with. When it comes to your family or friends, and how, we love to be around people that have a sense of knowing who we are and have this, acceptance that, they know the kind of person you are, and they will treat you, a certain kind of way that certain people will love, concerning being around people. And you know how it is, the social, ethnics, or race, or gender kind of idea that people likes to be around people that are from where they're at and talk like they talk, dress how they dress, do what they do, kind of stuff like that. People will like, because they feel like that there is there is some kind of camaraderie that is a wonderful thing, that you have somebody share the same thing you like sharing, whether it's negative or positive. But something is wrong something can be wrong with this idea of this the FF, family and friends. The thing is, I want to get some examples for you. A guy by the name of Abram, was in a family that was all about worshiping, other gods, and that's what they did that, they took it seriously, you know what I'm saying? Of worshiping other gods and false gods. But Abram heard from the one true God, and he established this relationship with this one true God, and that this one true God told him to come out of a place that he was familiar of. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, people don't realize that
does that sound stupid?
That a place that people look at and view from is a place from negative, situation right here where Abram from is just not a good place that people are supposed to be at, that will produce a negative result. You know what I'm saying? Negative will produce a negative result. And a lot of people think just because they surround themselves by negative people, they're supposed to, be, around people that produce a negative result. They think, hey, this is who I am or something, because this is my surroundings. This is my, way of doing things. And the thing is, people just don't understand that, people, just need to understand that your negative surroundings can, will factor in the life that you live, And people think, that they supposed to be there. That's the thing about these kind of surroundings. Because negative is in you, you're supposed to be amongst negative, and this is what negative is supposed to be. It's this ideal. But guess what? God, told Abraham to come from out of what you're familiar of, concerning that you was raised around, and find something that is true. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, if you learn to find something that is true, that is really going to give you a greater purpose in life. I mean, Abraham following this voice that says that he is the one true God, in you up to a place that you find yourself the father of many nations. Because you left a place that you familiar of, you found yourself now responsible of the nations. You know what I'm saying? Concerning of what's going to happen and what's going to occur. As you can see Abraham's problem concerning the Middle East, concerning Ishmael versus Isaac, that I tell people is Ishmael versus Isaac, that people don't need to understand that that this is what, and it's the focus of the world. The Middle East, the focus of the world. That's how much an impact that he's making concerning being called from out of a place of the Ur of Chaldees that was all about worshiping gods and goddesses and stuff like that. And this what reward he got from getting from out of amongst them. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, people just don't realize that to what extent is, it's important for you to get out of trouble or out of stuff that is causing you trouble. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, if you don't understand that how much, to what extent that people, how many people where you doing what you doing are on survival mode, or more likely, barely making ends meet, barely, getting into much trouble and confrontations, all this kind of stuff. When you are at a place, or you around a place of just negative people, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to even be a bad neighborhood. You could be amongst bad people that has negative outlooks and how they look at other people, and mistreat other people and stuff like that. Just a negative crowd of people that just, not about aiming towards being positive at no way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of ideal people is dangerous. Like, the King David said, in 1 Corinthians, first chapter. He said in Psalms, first chapter, it talks about blessed are those that do not dwell in the counsel of the ungodly. You know what I'm saying? He's saying association is going to determine your destination if you want to be blessed. And the thing is, people need to understand this reality that you cannot, you cannot think that being in something positive is going to, something negative, or being around negative people is going to produce a positive result. And the thing is, people are not, don't understand to what extent, to what the casualties of their future, you know what I'm saying? It's just people, look, one thing I learned about God, when you start loving the things that are spiritual, you start, and some spiritual stuff get inside you start loving the future. Spirit is about loving the future, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, when you don't care about your future, you're in something that is unstable, that is not about making your future successful, you know what I'm saying? When you don't realize that, this is not going to produce anything good at all if you continue on being around certain people like that and doing certain kind of things. You're really distinguishing your potential chance of having a better future. which is what hope is all about. You know what I'm saying? That people don't respect, certain people don't respect that reality, that they should need to come out of this. I mean, the thing is I love about Paul's story, Paul the Apostle, you know what I'm saying? He was a man that was Saul that persecuted Christians, you know what I'm saying? And Jesus asked him a question, why do you persecute, my people, And the thing is, that brought him conviction. So he, Paul came out of a killing, Pharisaical system called the Sanhedrin, to be the one that's now spreading and developing the gospel of Jesus Christ to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And he had to come out from among them. You know what I'm saying? He had to come out to, the familiar and understand that, that he needs to come to the place of unknown. I'm sorry. Yeah, and another example, my favorite example, Peter. Peter, walking on water. You know what I'm saying? Peter had to, to me, I look at Peter, Peter had a bad reputation being a foul-mouthed sailor or something like that when he fished and stuff like that. And, the thing is, I guarantee Peter was, like debating within himself, say, should I dare to try to ask, this great man I just recently met, Jesus, can I do something that is impossible to accomplish? Or more likely, can I dare to do something that is way unknown to me? Because Peter being a fisherman is used to sailing on water. He's not used to walking on water. He's used to sailing on water. And the thing is, he's going to a place that is unknown. And, people that don't understand about in order for you to really achieve and accomplish things in life, you have to go to parts unknown. You have to go to a territory that you're not familiar of. You have to go to a territory that, you're not sure of. And that's what territory Peter went to. He went to a territory that he's not naturally, this is not his arena, walking on water. But he went there seeing to what could be the possibilities, And he went and figured out, and guess what? He walked on it, but he ended up sinking. But Jesus helped him, and he helped him back to the boat. But he found out that in that experience, he found out there that he can maybe accomplish things that are way beyond him if he, of course, the idea was to keep his eyes on Jesus. He could accomplish something way beyond him. And the thing is, parts unknown, the people that go there, it requires faith to go to parts unknown. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, God is faithful. God is about faith, and it takes faith to please God. And faith needs you. You need faith to go to parts unknown to meet an unknown God. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, people need to realize that, in order for you to truly accomplish something in life, it takes going to parts unknown, to go beyond yourself. And the thing is, Jesus is there to be there for us if we catch us when we fall, to make mistakes when we go the wrong way. He will direct us, in this place of parts unknown. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that's what we need to understand, that, that's what faith is all about. You know what I'm saying? And so this is the topic of the message. I hope that you will leave parts unknown to go to something that is familiar to you, that you will accomplish greater things as what Abraham did, as what Paul did, as what Peter did. You know what I'm saying? Do something that will touch the nations. You know what I'm saying? That will make a greater impact in this world. You have to go to the parts unknown to do it. All right, that's the message to God be the glory. No further than in Jesus' name. Amen.